A lot of my clients are always aiming for the premier protein. I know it gets you on the front, it look good, it tastes good, but that's because it got a lot of artificial sweeteners, a lot of unnatural, unhealthy ingredients. You're gonna feel bloated, you're gonna be overweight, you're gonna be sluggish. Yes, you're getting strong, but you're getting fat too. More healthier, more natural, complete, simple ingredient protein. So it's lineage, animal-based protein.
Okay, great. Thank you for showing us something that's not in Costco or wherever the hell you are. It's so, people are just not like, I get that there's better options than others, but it's just so obvious when people aren't working with people. It's also Paul Saladino's protein powder, and I looked at it, and yeah, it's pretty good ingredient list, but it's not third-party tested. Also, if you're looking for a protein powder, I wouldn't pick one that has a bunch of carbs and fats in it and a bunch of extra added ingredients. And I'm sorry, there's so many people that have improved health because of drinks like this, and yeah, there are some ingredients that we don't know that much about, but like, you have to look at all sides of health. So many people that are drinking these Premier shakes and they've lost weight, their inflammation goes down, their weight goes down, their metabolic health in general is going to improve. So it's just like, to say people are going to get fat from drinking a 100-calorie shake is pretty crazy to me. Okay, so just looking at the nutrition facts label in general, this is 160 calories for 30 grams of protein. 30 times 4 is 120. So 120 calories of this is coming from protein, 70%. When it comes to protein powders, you want most of the calories, probably 80 to 100% coming from protein. It's a powder. But in a drink, you would expect there to be some fat and some carbohydrates in it to taste good and to make it into a shake. So for this shake being about 70% of protein, I think that's pretty good. And when I look through the comments, everyone else is like, give me a good replacement for something I can get at Sam's Club or something I can get at Costco. Because again, buying Carnivore MD's protein powder on his website is not an easily accessible protein powder. Some other alternatives, if you are getting bloated from your protein shakes, you could do Fairlife. So the reason I'm saying Fairlife is because it's really removing the lactose as much as it can, but Fairlife adds lactase to their product, so if there's any lingering lactose, you're covered. But they do have sucralose in it, so some people might find GI upset with Fairlife's drinks. Sucralose is an artificial sweetener. It's also in the Premier protein, and it does upset my stomach, and I know a ton of other people's stomachs, but we really don't have enough research to say that it's actually harming humans' gut microbiome. But because we don't know, I just assume the answer's it could be, and I avoid it. So that's something you can consider. Only What You Need shakes. I also really like the Aloha brands. The Orgain Clean Protein. It's coming from grass-fed milk, organic agave, which just means more sugar. Natural flavors, again, is another thing that people get really worried about, which I understand, but I think it's going to take a really long time for companies to even tell us what the natural or artificial sweeteners are. So, you know, there's certain people that are super sensitive to certain ingredients, so trying to avoid natural flavors and artificial flavors is definitely something I'd recommend. At the end of the day, protein shakes, I wouldn't say there's that many super clean ones that are affordable. There's also Huel, and there's one that starts with a K I'll put on the screen. Ripple is also a protein shake. It comes from pea protein. And if you know any cleaner ones, let me know, but those are the only ones I can think of. If you want me to review a protein shake, just put it in the comments and I can try my best to do it and give you my take on it. There's always going to be something in them that we don't love, but I think there are better options than others. I think the best thing to do is just educate people on the possible unknowns of certain ingredients, and then they can make their own decision.